Peggy 18.
Yes, there is nothing better than to wake up to a newly added content for one of your favorite games. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another episode of Stardew Valley here on your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. Well, hopefully by the time this footage has been uploaded, I have released the remaining footage for the 1.3 version that I had pre-prepared. And well, yeah, I decided to go overall with the new file. I do understand that basically I'm gonna be replaying the entire spring and summer season, but I do believe that it would be a better thing to do, as searching for those specific upgrades or updates which have been added to the game is a bit harder to achieve than I originally thought. For example, when I was testing when the patch was released, one of my older files, I was able to capture flounder, which is one of the newly added fish to the game. I was able to catch this fish specifically in summer, and it was raining the same way as it is right now today, and I thought, hey, what the heck, they finally added a new fish which can be caught in summer only during a rainy day. But I was actually wrong. Flounder can be caught on any summer day. So I have to put a big shout out to the team behind the Stardew Valley wiki, because they are adding all the newly added content onto their pages. So if you were to look for any of the potential items that you might be missing, well, I can guarantee you some of them are definitely starting to manifest on the website. So if you do not believe me, go check it out yourself and let me know what you think personally about the newly added content for the game itself. However, please do first watch my video or open a new tab on your internet browser and keep listening at least to my horrible voice while I talk about the episode while you go check out the wiki page. Most likely I will try to keep the link for the wiki page in the description if I won't forget by the time I will be uploading this episode onto my YouTube channel. Thank you for your attention. Now, since we are starting all over, I'm gonna keep the tips which I have been so kindly provided to by the viewers in mind, and I'm gonna try to go for something different. Now, one of the websites which I tend to use for planning out the potential layouts of my farm has so far not been updated for the currently newly added map layout. We have managed to add the new layout, and I do have a possibility of what I might try and go for. Of course, this might change overall. I am not sure as of yet. I will see how this will turn out. And, well, yeah. I'm gonna put the picture somewhere along the screen. Leave a link in the description if I won't forget. And I will return to the video once again, which I'm using for my second walkthrough for Stardew Valley here on my channel. So obviously it's gonna probably take me a while to get some decent sort of plan in place, and I will therefore see how I will address the overall farm and how I will try to manage the resources and the farming potential of this layout and on this specific map itself. So since I managed to clear out a massive land here, I am of course free to do few things. I can go totally crazy with planting more seeds on my farm, But then again, tomorrow it's not gonna be a rainy day, and I would probably spend most of it by watering my crops. So since I'm not that efficient with the watering can, well, what that would end up as would be me being exhausted or with no energy left. And since on the second day or the Tuesday, in the previous episode I came across like, what, 6 or even 0 spring onions, it's kind of hard to try and manage your energy levels, especially in the start of the game. I guarantee you, once the salmonberry season will roll in, it's gonna be a bit different since I will have much easier energy resource in my inventory that will help me manage my energy, and therefore I will be able to do more throughout the day. Now currently I'm gonna go check out the beach and I'm gonna go pick up the fishing rod, which I kept there in the collection bin. It's raining, and yes, I do realize that I have basically almost 0 fishing experience. But thanks to me chopping down the trees, at least the foraging skill has been leveled up. So what I might end up doing here is doing a bit more fishing. Now the fishing is a good source of 2 things: money and potential energy. However, since I do carry around the spring onions, the better idea would be to keep the fish for now in your inventory, and in order for me to have more available slots, I'm gonna actually drop off these items into the collection bin, and I'm gonna go try and fish by the massive rock. So this is gonna be one of those really annoying things. But overall, if you were to check the YouTube, for example, for the 1.4 Stardew Valley, you're gonna come across a lot of the newly added content, which is now live and you can go and try it out. As I said in the previous episode, the Steam sale might be still online by the time I am uploading this episode, so I highly recommend the title. Even if you are not satisfied, you have the option to get the refund, of course. But now, about the game. I took a look at some of the videos, of course. I wanted to see the potential of the, for example, fish ponds. And I got to say, it's not what I was exactly expecting. Because I had big plans for the fish ponds. Specifically for species like salmon, where I want to keep them around. For example, if I want to give Alex his favorite dish or gift, which is the salmon dinner. For that, you require specifically salmon, and if you do not manage to come across a lot of salmon during the fall season, well, then you're out of luck. So what I saw was that you were able to put 1 fish into the fishing pond, okay? And then after like a few days, you were requested by the fish to put an item into the fish pond so that they would reproduce and grow more. And holy moly, did I just capture flounder? I just caught freaking flounder, man. This is the new fish. What's up with that? Anyhow, so I saw on a video that someone had to load up a diamond into the fish pond so that you would get from 1 sturgeon 3 sturgeon, and then after a couple of days you were prompted to once again put another item into the fish pond to get up to 5 fish so that they would start producing the eggs, which would then be basically be turned into caviar. Now, I am no expert, but if the fish pond would request of me, let's say, a diamond to be put into the fish pond, well, I'm not gonna be super excited about that, to be honest, because, I mean, the value of the diamond is 750 gold. So before you get, for example, the crystallarium, when you can start reproducing the diamonds, and you don't come across that many of those, plus you still have to donate one of them into the museum in order to keep collecting the rewards. I mean, is that really the way to do this? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into this a bit more. Obviously, I'm gonna want to cover the fish ponds on this newly created farm. Man, I cannot believe I just caught flounder. But yeah, well, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about a fish pond where you, I don't know, wouldn't it be just easier to, let's say, load up 5 bait every day into the fish pond to feed the fish and make sure that they keep reproducing, instead of throwing in, for example, diamond and other things which you need to go and find around the map in order to get your hands on some fish eggs, which then can be turned into the caviar. Please do let me know your opinion. I'm not sure if you're playing through the game and how far are you, or if you have decided to take one of your older saved files and use that in order to gain access to the newly added content features. I tested it out on one of my older saved files just in case, so that I have access, for example, to the screenshot of the large shed and the required resources for the fish pond, etc., etc. But I did not build these yet, and I did not interact with them yet. I did see a lot of newly added content, which is currently on YouTube, but that goes more into the spoiler area rather than, I don't know, just giving you the option to experience the game in a walkthrough on your own or by watching one of your favorite channels. But then again, it depends on your favorite channel and what project they are currently working on. There are a lot of newly added titles and newly released games, which are still fun to play and cover, so they can draw in lots of views and potential new subscribers to the channel. I want to do Stardew Valley because I really enjoy the title, and one time when I spoke with my buddy, we discussed the potential that if a nuclear war would come around and you would have to decide to keep, like, let's say 5 games on a computer in the shelter, what would they be? My first choice was actually Stardew Valley, because that was the first thing I was able to think of. It might not be the same for everyone else, of course, and I totally understand that. It's just that the fact is the game has tremendous replay value, and now with the newly added features, well, you're gonna have even more fun experience with the title itself. Because right now, if you finish off the community center, either with Joja or with the Junimos, there is newly added features which will allow you to experience more inside of the game. So you are motivated, therefore, to keep working on playing the game and see what you can potentially find. I am interested to see the newly added enemies in the mines as well. I'm interested to see what the effect of the golden scythe will be and all the other fun stuff. But for that, you will probably have to tune in for the next episode. So I do understand that this one was a bit more of me just chit-chatting about my potential concerns about the fish pond and how much one person can discuss a single thing out of the entire update can be a bit more concerning for some people, or a bit more annoying, but it just shows that I apparently do care about title. So, you never know. Come on, get caught. We do need the XP. Ooh, we caught our first eel, so we have that for the bundle. That's awesome. Well, for high concentration, this is not working out as well. And of course, since I'm starting the 1.4, I'm gonna be looking towards giving Linus as many gifts as I potentially can. This is due to the fact that you get your hands on the weird bait which he has the recipe for when you have 4 hearts with him. And you go to the section of the map where he resides from, I believe, certain time, and also it cannot be a rainy day or something. The information is on the wiki, so you can totally look this one up, and maybe I will put it somewhere on the screen itself while you're watching me try to capture this fish and get my hands on the treasure chest, as well as I have no freaking idea what this fish is, because it kind of kept at the bottom of the bar and now it's kind of there once again. I don't think this is halibut. This is a halibut. Why did I not think... Okay, I just came across a diamond. I'm playing 3rd day, it's the luckiest day, and, well, the luck is paying off. I came across a diamond. So if I were to sell the diamond right now, I have 750 gold in my inventory, which is amazing, because then I will have a bigger amount of money available to me to purchase more seeds when I will have to roll into the kale. But I'm gonna keep the diamond, the bait, and the coal here for now. I do know that I do require seaweed, and later on when your fishing has been leveled up and you have better rod, you have bait equipped and all the other stuff, it's harder for you to actually get your hands on something like seaweed or green algae, but for the purposes of me sustaining myself, right now I'm gonna definitely load up on as many of the fish which I have of the better value, and I'm gonna sell that. I'm gonna probably keep my hands on the flounder just by the time that I will guarantee to have more of it in the collection box over here. Of course, I can take the diamond over to my place, but for now it's not that necessary. And do note that the collection box at my farm will be the first thing which will fill out the fastest. So right now what I will do is go to my farm, drop off all the fish, and then I have to come back and pick up all my gear, because I do not want to start the next episode by me not being able to water the crops and having to spend the day running off to the beach and then coming back in order to interact with my farm or being just able to water the crops overall. So I need to speak with Gus, with Alex, with Wizard, and with Jazz. So Gus is here. I think I did interact with Shane. The kids are not hanging around now here, so I'm gonna have to try it other time. A wizard will be at his place, and the best way to meet him, in my personal opinion, is to wait for the community center event to activate and then go and interact with him, because you will be prompted to go and see him, and he will be able to translate the board in the community center so that you can start fulfilling the bundles. So I did see the daffodils, so that is cool because we have something for Haley. There are actually 3 of them. Wow, okay. This is at least gonna level up my foraging skill too, so that's definitely appreciated. And now I have to rush back to the beach, pick up my gear, and that will most likely be it for the episode. So yeah, overall, do let me know in the comment section what do you think about the newly added features, how many of them have you been able to experience, if you did start an actual new file for the 1.4 update, and how is it going so far on your playthrough. Are you having luck? Are you not being able to experience that much of the newly added content? Do let me know, I am interested. Just maybe skip a bit on the potential spoilers since I read through the patch notes, of course, but I kind of, well, did not want to go into the super details or the more fun newly added features which can be right now found here. I just went through the basic stuff like the interaction with the villagers and the potential of you being able to go through the gifts and all the other stuff. So that's more of a quality of life update rather than, for example, some potential new secrets or later in the game features, which I do not want to go over yet, as I do kind of want to experience them myself and see how it turns out. But other than that, I'm just thankful that you have potentially watched the video till this point, and well, who knows, maybe I will see you on the next one. In the meantime, feel free to check out the channel, maybe recommend it to one of your pals, and do let me know in the comments what you think, and I will see you next time. Until then, I wish you all the best, and goodbye.